Hey yo, it's the click. Run my shit.
This is the kick.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. It is Sunday, it's episode 19. I am the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the one man no Twitter fan, kinny, killa. Now don't you forget, the human highlight reel himself is the E2J.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. And Mr. Jace, the Ace Clarkson.
Hooty hoo!
Good weekend, boys?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too
Yeah,
shabby.
long one.
Week 1 of
Yeah.
my insanity training is done. Day of rest today.
You on that? How you finding it?
It's alright. Like, end of the week, I just feel good. Beginning of the week, I was mash up, but yeah, just used to
My
the pain,
cousin's
I guess.
smashing it out, man. It's just you just got to dedicate to it. Just make sure you get them in there.
Gotta dig deeper. Gotta push harder.
You're gonna get the t-shirt after if you complete it. So if you complete the insanity thing, you get a free t-shirt or
My copy might not be very legal, so
yeah.
But they're bootleg versions.
Yeah.
and E2J, you've been up watching the UFC, innit?
Yeah, man.
Good show?
Yeah, it's decent. One of the calls I didn't agree with. It's a bit controversial. The Brazilian crowd was live, as always, ready to riot. But yeah, good event.
was Herb Dean the ref in the controversial match? Because I don't like Herb Dean's calls ever.
Nah, I don't actually think it was him. It obviously the match went to the judges, so
Okay.
it was one of those ones.
See, we're a bit bilingual. We got a little MMA just thrown in there, you know what I'm saying? It's a little MMA, you know. But don't rest assured, we don't talk about the total non-stop ass shit. We're not that bilingual here, okay?
I've just actually seen what happened. Mike filled me. Mike filled me in. Oh my days.
You know what? We'll leave that for the end bit. You know.
Yeah, no. We'll just leave it in total. It's not even worth bringing it up. Fuck it. Let's talk.
Well, we're talking about we're just mentioning a bit of MMA. So let's just say total non-stop ass shit. TNA had this August the 1st warning thing, and people were speculating that it was Bob Holly, that it was all kinds of people, and then it turns out to be Tito Ortiz. Now, they already have Rampage Jackson, and I don't know what they're trying to do, but TNA.
Warning, you are now about to hear a Kenny Killer rant. Listener's discretion is advised.
This is how stupid you are. You are a wrestling show, okay? None of that angle was about wrestling. The whole angle was to promote Bellator having Tito Ortiz fighting Rampage Jackson. In what part of that is wrestling? I don't know. But it doesn't benefit you whatsoever. It's as simple as that. Because by the end of the day, these guys will be tuning in to watch Bellator and not TNA. Because that's when them guys are going to be fighting. So, all I can say is they flopped it. Big time.
WCW all over again, man. It's the
There we
WCW
go.
curse.
There we go. I'm just waiting for Vince Russo to just bust in and just be like, yo, you motherfuckers.
I swear he's been and gone, man. I swear.
Been and gone. Anyway, people, listen, we're talking about the WWE up in this bitch. That's what I'm talking
Real
about.
stuff.
Real stuff. Sugs, Sugar is out there still sunning it stateside, in Florida. So, okay, not in Florida, but in Florida, he's out there doing his thing. Man got me the Cheetos. He listened to what he's saying. Man got the puff ones, even though I kind of wanted the crunchy ones. But, beggars can't be choosers. I can't go in too hard. I just got to humble myself, get the puffs, munch them, and that's it. So, people, as always, follow us on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. The Segue spelled SEGUE. Also, follow our episodes on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Also, listen to our episodes on Podomatic. And make sure you download that Double Twist player, the Deadly Dirt Sheet. So, first news item, Big Show. We mentioned it last week. Big Show still not clear to be on Raw. Now, time is running out for Big Show because as we speculated last week, it meant to be Big Show and Mark Henry versus The Shield. Now, we have 2 weeks left of SummerSlam. Still no Big Show. So, we're hoping for tomorrow night on Raw. Big Show gets to all clear and he makes a run in and F's up The Shield. So we're just going to have to wait and see. E2J's WWE, doing the right thing, they have to make sure that they protect their wrestlers rather than, try and get a payoff on the storyline. Do you reckon they're doing the right thing?
Yeah, they're doing the right thing at the moment. I mean, it's a big show. They can't afford what happened to Rey Mysterio to kind of happen to him. You can't let it slip. So I think they got to keep on top of that. They got to protect him. I mean, it is him. So do you know what I mean? He's one of the mainstays. He's been there for a while now. So yeah, I think they got to do the right thing, protect him. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I know you can push the storyline, but you're going to get a half-assed storyline if you've got injuries occurring, and then you got to make like last-minute changes. So yeah, I think that's the safest and obviously the best way they've done things. They've handled it. So yeah, we just got to leave it in the hands and like wait. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So all we can do is wait. There's a 7'2" investment right there, so just gotta wait and see. Alright, so the next news item is the Generation X could be headlining the WWE Hall of Fame 2014. Now, word is out there and speculating that they weren't too sure whether they're gonna put them all in. One, because China's doing porn. And they don't really want that on their thing. And two, because Triple H and Shawn Michaels don't want, I think Triple H doesn't want to be inducted as a group. He wants to be inducted by himself. So it's kind of speculation at the moment. And plus, there's word out there that Ultimate Warrior might be headlining next year's one. So I know Triple H don't want to play second fiddle to Ultimate Warrior, and I know Ultimate Warrior don't want to play second fiddle to DX. So, Jace, what do you reckon? Would you be interested in seeing DX being, headlining the Hall of Fame? And would you want China included in that?
I would enjoy it, but I'd enjoy it if they showed like the before and like where they are now kind of thing, because just the band of misfits is how they'd look now. Whereas, back then they were a unit, and now, it's just, that's what I would enjoy, just to see it's like when you look at things like, I don't know, like Blossom, where are they now? Like DX, where are they now? I'd like to see that side of it.
That'll be a quite funny image. You'll see Triple H peeing his shorts. You'll see badass Billy Gunn doing like midnight phone calls to his ex.
We could have been a good couple. We could have had something special.
You'd be like, you show like X-Pac tearing another asshole. You show like, and then you show China like one night in China just one clip and that's it. You know what I mean? It'd just be like, oh, hell breaking loose. You see Shawn Michaels losing his hair, trying to hide it.
Oh, bro, have you seen him on that hunting show lately? Have you seen that picture? Dude's got a full-on beard. He looks like Santa, but in camo.
It's like Duck Dynasty. That's going crazy looking like Duck Dynasty. Okay, well, the final news piece. Now, me and Jace have been talking about this for, all week. Randy Orton has been attacked in South Africa by a fan. Okay, now for all you guys, I don't know if you've seen the video footage, but Randy Orton was facing Biggie Langston on tour in South Africa. The match finished as normal. Randy Orton won. He went on the turnbuckle, stood up to do his pose. A random guy ran in the ring, and he gave him a low blow. He gave him a horrible low blow, where Randy Orton dropped off the turnbuckle and was like in the fetal position, and you got the guy standing there like, come on! Yes, come on! Yes, come on! And it just, then all of a sudden, all the security come. I rate Randy Orton, security come. As they taking him out, Randy Orton gives him a little boot in the head. It just, that's what you get for low blowing me. Guys, I want your opinion on this, because Jace, you've seen the video. I'm not sure if Ed's seen it yet, but what,
No, I haven't managed to catch the video, but I've heard all about it. I'm going to have to check that out. I just haven't got around to it, man.
Link will be in the description.
Well, Jace, just, what's your views on it? Because the video footage and the guy that was filming it is kind of funny.
Yeah, it's just the way that, obviously Orton's on the turnbuckle, just posing. And then it's just, you just see this guy come from like the right, isn't it? He just runs in, slides in, just low blows him, but like, he low blowed him like he was performing,
Yeah.
Like
it was an
China,
attack, but it was still staged. Like, it was weird, but then like, you got people like, this is not part of the show. This is not part of the show. But yeah, it was a bit surreal. Like, you just kind of watch these things happen. You kind of question, like, is it part of it? Is it not? What angle are we going at here?
Especially because, it looked like a work kind of low blow. It looked like a work low blow. And it looked like this guy, even the way the guy was posing, like, come on. It looked like they're trying to start some South African feud, like some international incident. You know what I mean? Yeah, E2J, that pay-per-view. Yeah, the international incident. The guy's got arrested. He's being charged. He looked like he's going to be doing some jail time probably, or he probably do some community service, because if man was in jail and
serving hard time.
Hey, big boss man, he will be serving hard time, especially out there. Oh. Carrying on like the Mountie in SummerSlam 91. Oh my god. Okay, guys. Well, we're going to go and head straight onto Raw now. Segment 1. It was a Brad Maddox, Vince McMahon promo experience again. E2J, Raw started off again with Maddox and Vince. Did you feel that it started off a bit flat?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I was like 50-50 on this one. It was nothing too exciting, but obviously they did further, like, they built the Bryan popularity and, like, obviously the SummerSlam match quite a bit. And overall, I do like the way that obviously they're going with, like, Vince, like the big man stereotype, the angle, do you know what I mean? Like, that he's against that sort of thing. Yeah, I think it works well. I mean, Maddox is just holding up his part. Yeah, I just think it works. Do you know what I mean? It was just so. It wasn't great. It wasn't shit. If you know what I mean. That's what I've really got to say about that. Obviously, it didn't really. Past couple of rules, they've had like some of the good matches starting off, and some. This was just kind of like a filler again. I felt.
Yeah. No, I think I have to agree. Well, Jace, as we went on, Daniel Bryan came out to confront Vince McMahon, and he was talking to him a bit. How do you rate Daniel Bryan on the mic?
I enjoyed the banter. I mean, the little the little note I put on there about Daniel Bryan and Vince is that there were squats and tiptoes. they were working out there, getting on each other's level. Yeah, no, I do. The more that I'm watching it, obviously recently, like, you know, you just can't help but like him. I'm there, like, just yes. So yeah,
he's got the crowd in his hand, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, man, he's got it.
Like, he's got them. He's fully got them. You know, it could be quiet for ages, and all he has to say is yes, and then they're just going in. They're teasing
the transition as well, man. Like the fans are there. There's always a segment, like obviously where they play to the fans now with Bryan. Do you know what I mean? There's whether it's a promo, whether it's a spot like in the ring in a match. It always ends up where it's directed at getting the fans' attention for him to be chanting that yes. You know what I mean? So it's worked. Because obviously he's been chatting that for a while now before it was even over, and now it's over. It's just like whole arena's doing that, so it's good to see that.
I'm still waiting for a little segment where, he kind of just comes into a backstage segment and just looks at the guy, doesn't say anything, and then all you can hear the crowd is going yes, and he just disappears. Kind of like when Booker T used to come in and go, now can you dig that? And just walk away, and then just comes back, and then the crowd just goes, sucker! Yeah. Kind of thing. Alright, well, this transitioned into segment 2, which was the Shield versus Mark Henry and the Usos. But what kind of weirded me out was the way it transitioned. Vince McMahon and Daniel Bryan had finished their segment, and then all of a sudden you just hear the Shield's music. I'm thinking, okay, is it going to be Brad Maddox, Daniel Bryan, and Vince McMahon trying to deal with the Shield?
That's what I thought.
But no, they just, they just walked away. What, this is going to be one of my segments again. What's up with that?
Yeah, they've done this a couple of times now. I've noticed it. You think, oh yeah, Shield's music's going to hit. Oh, what are they going to do? Remember when Vince was in the ring a couple of weeks back?
Yeah.
And then the Shield music's and you're like, oh shit, you pop because you're thinking of, you're going to come back from the break and like Vince is going to be like got jumped by the Shield or something like that, and Vince is gone somewhere, and obviously like Shield coming out to a match with like Usos. So yeah, I don't know. Like I still like the Shield. I still think they're like operating well.
What did you think of the match?
Yeah, I think it was a good match. I think like to be honest, I can't fault any of them. The only thing I can fault is Usos' shitty face paint. But no, that's just me being picky. I thought it was a good match. It weren't great, but I feel like the past couple of weeks, like Shield's momentum is like slowly, like it's coming. It's just slowing down. I don't think it's going to come to a stop because I think they're all fully capable. I still like the Shield. I just think it's angles they're getting booked in. I'm not really sold on this Henry and Usos combination at the moment. Even though Usos are good, I do rate them. It just feels like something's missing. So it'd be good. Like, I mean, if they're doing the Henry Big Show thing, what's going to happen to the Usos? So at the moment, it's just a bit. Yeah, I think like the momentum for the Shield's slowing a bit. So
I think they got to lick their wounds.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, as it went on, there were some interesting matchups, Jace. What did you think of the Henry Reigns kind of matchup? The toe-to-toe, face-to-face, big guy versus big guy kind of thing.
Do you know what I loved is the way that Roman Reigns was like selling, like when he was taking a drop, because he made the biggest sound out of everybody when he hit the mat. Like when he hit the mat, it was a thud,
Yeah.
Which it's just things that I do quite enjoy, because a big guy like Mark Henry, you expect a big bang when he does something, And obviously Roman Reigns was making sure that he, you know, complimented him well when he was taking, because when he just got the toss and it was just like just a boom, then like he gets back up and then like Henry tosses him again, boom. It just works really well. I think one thing that's working in the Usos' favour is with Big Show being out, they're getting more airtime, aren't they? And I'm starting to enjoy them more and more. But again, it is weird that because they've had to fill the space of the Big Show, like Mark Henry and the Usos doesn't really fit.
No, it's just a bit like, yeah, you're right. It's right that the Uso gets some more airtime because now, you know, we kind of get to see their character a bit. You know, you see Mark Henry in the corner going to go and tag them and just like, you want some? And they're like, hell yeah, you know, kind of thing, just like going all ghetto out there as they do. The only other thing that kind of messed me up a bit is just Roman Reigns. There's no mention of Roman Reigns fucking up his cousins. Like, you know, they're all cousins. They're all related. Messing about, and they don't even say, oh yeah, Roman Reigns, he's doing this move to his cousin, or he's, you know, but obviously they're trying to do that not to break kayfabe. Who knows? Maybe they might do some Samoan connection or something in the future, some faction, you know, but, you know, we'll just have to wait and see for that. Segment 3, people, Ryback backstage. Now, I really want you guys kind of reaction to this, because this was the kind of first time where I get to kind of, I thought of Jace, you know, in terms of what he's going to say after he sees this. Because Ryback manhandled this brother. Listen, Ryback went in on this dude. I mean, I'll get to Jason in a minute. E2J, what do you think WWE were trying to get across here with Ryback?
What a prick. He's just a bad man. Like, I almost had to phone Childline. I felt sorry for the guy. I actually felt sorry for the guy. But yeah, you need stuff like this. You need angles like this to get him across, because the only thing this guy's lacking is the win streak, the dominant win streak, like the Lesnar. Do you know what I mean? That step up to like Lesnar. The stuff he does backstage, man. He does this stuff. It's working. I like this stuff. But I saw that and like, do you know what I mean? I felt sorry for that guy. I actually thought the guy was going to cry. And yeah, and then like obviously you think, is he going to get away with it? Nah, he's never going to get away with it. And then yeah, he just dashes this guy horribly through the table.
Jace, can you come in on this? Because I want to know what you thought of this, watching this kind of a backstage segment, and what would you do if it was you?
My first thought is when I was watching it, I was like, worst buffet ever. Okay, the guy far right had a burger bun open and was putting Doritos on the plate. What's going on? Then obviously they're all moving out. Ryback's got the Ute against the wall, and he slapped a Ute with hummus. The Ute's ear was full of hummus. I don't know how the kid was able to not put his finger in his ear and dig the hummus out. It was bugging me. And then I just like the way that Ryback's just, you know, just being a big bully. It looks like he's leaving. Then just drops the Ute through the crappy buffet. I would have been pissed with the buffet myself.
Alright, let's say, hypothetically, E2J, let's say, you know, Jason was the dude.
My face is hurting, bro.
Alright, let's say Jason was the dude. Me and you are the two guys, you know, watching this go down. You know, now, I've known Jason for years, and, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yo, you know, one side of me is thinking, yo, Jason, you about to get smacked up and there's nothing I can do about it. And the other side is me thinking is looking at you, E2J, and being, look, listen, if we go down, we all go down together. Let's just try and do something to this dude. Like, you know, Jace, what would you do? You know, would you pick up a bottle of water and spray it in his face? Would you try and get some, you know, some lettuce and just tweak it in the eyes?
No, do you know what I would have done? You see, when he got slapped and the hummus was in his ear, I would have looked at you two and been, what, you're not going to back me now? And it all depends on what you done, what would happen next, because...
Okay.
I would have had to pass Ryback a cracker or something, man.
You know, just dare him to eat a cracker and see if he can eat it in a minute. Like, make his throat dry out, and then we just jump him. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, that was some nice little comedic parts on Ryback's turn. But the next part was segment 4, which we saw RVD versus Fandango. Jace, did you like these two working together? Did you, we see RVD last couple of weeks, particularly last week working well with other people. Did you feel he worked well with Fandango?
I loved how at the beginning of the match, like they were just saying about how apparently Fandango said that RVD has a high school diploma in foxtrot. And Fandango has a doctorate in dance. And I thought it was really good because what I noticed in the match is there were lots of spin counters. And it was almost like they were dancing. So much rolling and spins. I swear there was a cartwheel in there. Yeah, It was, I quite enjoyed that bit of it because they mentioned at the beginning about RVD dancing. So they made him really, obviously he's always doing flips and stuff anyway, but they made sure there was loads of spin counters and legs are high. Like they're doing some Russian dancing thing, like.
Did you see RVD bust a little Fandango?
Yeah.
What did you score that?
It was a 7. Decent
E2J, is there any point in continuing to make Fandango pussy out and run out the ring and get counted out and all that?
See, I know what you're saying with this, and I agree with what you're saying. I think he needs to some extent, to keep that weasel character he's got, because it works for him. Do you know what I mean? Being a prick, it just works for him. But I do think he needs to get a few more, like, aggressive, like, not clean, but necessarily, like, obviously creative, like, aggressive heel wins over people as well. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, he's literally just jumping out the ring each time. I like this match. The only thing that got to me a bit was that for both guys, there's still no real storyline, like, feud for, like, either one of them. It was kind of just, look, decent enough match. Like you said, it was kind of like a dance off. They were both like both their styles complemented each other. Yeah, I'm still a fan of Fandango, and I can't hit on RVD ever. But yeah, just no real direction or like storyline for like RVD since he's been in. He's been having decent matches, and I assume that's what they're using him for. But it's TV time. That's the only thing that both guys are getting. So in that respect, good to see Fandango getting TV time. I mean,
yeah, I think I watched SmackDown just gone, and it was Fandango versus CM Punk, because CM Punk last week on SmackDown kind of duffed up Fandango because he interrupted him while he was trying to, go in on Brock Lesnar. Fandango, he performed really well with CM Punk. I must give him that. So watch that match. And also there's a nice little finisher that he tries in there. It's literally kind of like gets it in on a suplex and like twists it down into like a weird kind of, it's weird. I can't even explain it. You have to just kind of sit it. But it looks nice. The way it flowed, he kind of gave him the enziguri kick and then jumped in the ring and just gave him this move, and it just looked nice, like, so for a near fall. Jace,
One of the things that I did want to happen but didn't happen in the RVD Fandango match. What's the girl called that comes out of Fandango?
Summer Rae.
Right, you see when Summer Rae was stood in front of RVD's on the turnbuckle, Summer Rae's in the middle, Fandango's, I thought, is he gonna jump her? He is going to jump over her and smack Fandango. I was a bit upset it didn't happen.
Looking for those high spots.
I was looking forward to it, but it didn't happen. That
would be sick. Just a jump and a single leg kick to the face.
I thought he was going to do it.
Remember that for a pay-per-view, man. Remember that, because they'll probably be listening. They've done stuff. They've called stuff that we've said before. So.
Okay, heard it here first.
They got people out there, man. They're monitoring this. Next minute, you see E2J getting taken over to WWE, like they did with Renee Paquette, who is now, But they might change the last name. Jeffries, they might change the last name like they did with Renee Paquette. She's Paquette, too French for them, so they changed it to Renee Young. Figures.
Wow.
All right, well, segment 5, which was AJ versus Caitlyn. Again, this was a non-title match. E2J, is Caitlyn getting any better in the ring?
I think she's better in the ring. She's nailed that spear. To be honest, I watched this, I just kind of like overlooked this match. Yeah, I just overlooked this match in general, but I caught the end, and Caitlyn looks good. I think she still needs work, but the trouble is, obviously, they're going for storyline rather than actual divas matches at the moment. There's not many. Like, for the past couple of weeks, it's literally been AJ and Caitlyn back and forth. In general, with like most feuds on TV, it just seems like, this week something's going to happen to build the storyline. And whether it's 1 or 2 weeks, usually someone gets revenged like the second or third week, and then it turns around, and then it's back and forth until the pay-per-view. That's just what it seems like at the moment. Still, it still seems like a filler. As for wrestling, I can't really complain about Caitlyn, to be honest, at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the Divas is kind of slack right now. No one's, like you said,
Yeah.
nothing's really happening. But I think, Paige, we saw last week on NXT, had a wicked match with Emma. Now, those two are so over in NXT, Paige and Emma. Now, Summer Rae as well, she's over down there as obviously a heel. She's already in the main roster. And what I think is going to happen, they got a few of them down there. We've got Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte. She's there as well. She's doing her thing. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to wait for a bit because we're just, their ideal is no one should be on the road with the main roster until they're 21, because obviously on the road, drinking, all that kind of stuff. Now, Paige is 20. She turns 21 August 17th. So this is why Paige hasn't come to the main roster yet. She will, but I think she'll come as this anti-diva as she is now, the thing she's playing now, and she will come up with the rest of them, and I think they'll just completely F up the whole Divas locker room. Just F them up. Just F them up and begin some warfare thing. Divas champion versus the NXT Women's champion. Face off. Boom. Looking forward to it. Now, Jace, I got a question for you. But could you imagine like Big E and AJ together in real life? Like, I mean, what would that be like? Like, I'd just be off key. Could you imagine little AJ and Big E?
The thing is, you say that, but all I think is that, in the morning when the girl's like wearing your shirt and it's all big on her, I imagine that AJ would put on Big E's leotard and it would fit her perfectly. That thing is too small for Big E.
You want to get all 2020 with me? Huh?
Why does he wear it? I don't get it. But it's weird because he's like, he's her bitch, innit?
Yeah.
So yeah, I could just imagine just him wearing like a collar and her just putting the lead on him and just going to town like that.
Oh, wow. He would bench press that. He would bench press her though.
Oh mate, it's fucking like something off Brazzers, isn't it?
He said that, not me. Okay.
I don't even know what Brazzers is.
Brazzers.com. Brazzers.com.
No, we Amish out here. We Amish out here. So this kind of transitioned into segment 6, which was Ziggler versus Big E. Did this kind of transition weird for you, Jace? Because Ziggler comes out and he just starts, kind of going in on AJ for losing the match. And then he just goes, Big E, I want you now.
The thing is, I knew Ziggler was going to turn up. Obviously, didn't know he was going to call for the match, but I feel that does it a little bit better just because they have a spot then for the two of them to wrestle rather than this, because last time it was an attack and then like a switch in the ring, wasn't it? At least this time they actually get to face off. It is a bit weird how they started it because it was like, I want a match with you right now, and nobody out the back sanctioned it. It just, they got a ref and it happened. It would have been good if maybe even like Maddox just came out and said, yeah. Or, a bit of a confirmation. It was just weird that he just called it and he got it. So does that mean that I could just turn up and say something and it happens? That's
what I mean. I'm sitting there thinking, what, Ziggler's GM now? Like, wrestlers call him matches? It's just one of those ones. So, yeah, E2J, what did you think of the match and the ending?
Yeah, I 100% agree with Jace, like, bringing it up, like, as to, like, just coming out, like, what, like, calling matches and stuff. Because I think WWE, that's one thing that they overlook, is why the matches are actually happening and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? Something else to build the match, or like, to just, like, do you know what I mean? Maddox coming out and saying it would have just made it a little bit more credible. But yeah, overall, I thought the match was good. I thought it put Big E over because he was talking, I've put here, like, obviously, he was saying, like, my time is now, it's my show now. Like, he was being really aggressive, and, like, I thought, as opposed to, like, him usually wrestling, he's a bit, like, yeah, he is a beast and stuff, and he shouts a little bit, but he's not usually as vocal. I do think that works, him getting over. I can see him as a baby face in the future, but at the moment I thought it was working. And obviously at the end, like, AJ cost him. He seemed like more pissed, and there was that spin on it that, like, he's shouting at her now. It's like both him and Ziggler are, like, going at it, but obviously you got AJ in the middle still, kind of. You don't know what 100% what her motives are and stuff. So it keeps it interesting. It was a decent match. I wouldn't say it was as good as last few weeks, but yeah, I thought it was good. You know what I mean?
Okay. Right. Well, segment 7 featured Del Rio versus Christian. Now, I thought this was a good match. I'm just thinking now, like, E2J, did the match, kind of surprise you, like, in terms of the outcome?
Yeah, Captain Charisma, the World Heavyweight Champion. Surprised me. I don't dislike it. I don't think it's like a wrong move or a wrong direction. Like, surprises are always good in pro wrestling, something you don't expect. So, yeah, for me, that was good to see. Whether they're high on Christian, like, and they're actually just trying to slot him in, wait for a time to slot him into something, because, like I said in the past couple of weeks as well, I said, like, obviously we didn't really know, like, what's he doing out there, do you know what I mean? Like, he's just in these matches, but he's not really, no one really cares, like, why he's even in that match, do you know what I mean? He's having decent matches. You can still do it, obviously, but it's like he's been away for ages. He hasn't really been promoted or given like a feud. So yeah,
well,
it's interesting. It's interesting.
I could fill you in right now, because on SmackDown it was revealed that Del Rio will face Christian at SummerSlam. There was a number one contenders match. Vicky Guerrero called out RVD. She called out Christian, and she called out Randy Orton. What reason? I don't know. Randy Orton, he's got the WWE Championship Money in the Bank, briefcase, so why is he all of a sudden getting, number one, no, they did not at all. And then Christian won. So Christian will be facing Alberto Del Rio, SummerSlam. Now, Jace, do you feel this is a pay-per-view quality match, especially because of the match we just watched with them?
There's a few of my notes, like I'm not really a fan of Del Rio. I don't know if anybody's picked it up from the last week. Like, I watch him, I kind of, I watch him for the sake of watching. I don't really like his match. But I do like, there were certain things in the match, like the awesome tornado DDT that went down was pretty sweet. I think the way that, because Del Rio was like targeting his attacks, which I thought was quite good as well, because, just kind of, he's breaking him down a bit, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Then there was like the bit on the ropes with Del Rio getting his neck jacked up. That looked horrible. Yeah. I think if with a few of those moments in there, it'd be quite good. But I think with some bits, so like, Christian was like in the corner chanting spear, spear, spear. And he was the only person chanting spear, spear, spear. Nobody was in on it with him, So I think they need to get the crowd in on it a bit more. Because it just seems like not even the crowd was that into it at times. So yeah, it's up and down. If they were, what is it, 3 weeks? Well, 2 weeks till?
2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks.
So maybe they might be able to push it a bit more. It should be, with some of the highlights that were in that match, that will make a good match. But at the same time, if the crowd aren't really into it, they make the show.
Yeah. It's going to be the opener. It's going to be the show opener, obviously. It's because you can't see it being up the card. It's just one of those things. Right, so segment 8. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, and did you notice that it was a small package reversal for the win? You guys have called that the small packages are coming back?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's an 8. You picked that up. Nice one, James.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's ring psychology and stuff. How to get those wins and stuff. Yeah, it's all coming back.
He picked that up. Well, segment 8, we saw Cody Rhodes versus Wade Barrett and the Barrett Barrage. Barrett jobbing out again, people. What's up with that?
Same as last week, man.
Hey, man. He's jobbing out there. He's jobbing out on main event. He's jobbing out on SmackDown. Something is going on. I don't like the way this guy, fellow Brit, is getting treated.
The thing is, Sugs is going to have to give him like a Jobber of the Month trophy.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man, yeah. Lucky he's on holiday for this, otherwise he'd be getting it, I think.
Yeah, he would definitely be getting it. Well, it's a quick win for Cody again, E2J. Has he impressed you leading up to SummerSlam?
The backstage stuff with him and Sandow has been some of the most entertaining stuff to watch for me, since obviously the Hell No stuff. But going out of the arena and stuff like that, man, it's quality. Cody Rhodes doing his thing, it's like a shortest match, but his in-ring work's quality. You had Barrett there. It's a shame that he was getting jobbed out. I think Cody's got it down the line. I think they see it. I think that's why he's the face one in, like, out of him and Sandow. Sandow can work the whole genius heel, and he's doing it well. You can't knock him for it. Same with Cody Rhodes, putting him in this position, like, garnered him a lot of attention from the fans and stuff. Like, he's over. I think you just need to stick with it, because Sandow winning obviously the match where he won the Money in the Bank, Cody was all over that. Like, the fans were behind him to take it. Sandow ended up screwing him over taking it. But it's not like Cody's lost anything, if you will, because he's in this feud now after that. It's like they're both holding the case. It's like both of them are going through together. It's not like one's like higher than the other. Even though Sandow's the one with the case, I think the program built them both storyline wise for like future World Heavyweight Championship. So that's me. That's what I think.
Sorry. I'm just giggling because we're talking about Cody Rhodes and you just said, if you will. And it's just like, that's what Dusty says. Like, Dusty's just like,
being the baddest of the bad, being the bull of the woods, if you will.
So, I'm just giggling. All I can see is this Dusty Rhodes, just like Dusty Rhodes, baby. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, if you will. It's just him. Oh my God. Jace. Yeah, Jace, Sandow ended up coming out at the end of the match and literally verbally abused Cody Rhodes. What did you think of the whole calling his whole family carnies?
It did make me laugh. It's just that whole thing where, you know, like Ed was saying, the two of them are being built up on a level, even though, well, you know, it's the Gulf of Mexico that owns the case right now. I look forward to their challenging for the title, but it's just he's trying to make it that, you know, he's the intellectual superior, he's higher up, and trying to put Rhodes back down. But he's just so threatened by Rhodes that he had to come out at the end of the match to say a few lines and then go again. He didn't he like approach and then like just stop, and then he was kind of like no, and then just battle with his words. A wrestler that uses his words before he uses his fists. What's up with that?
I must say as well, on SmackDown, Cody's backstage with Renee, and you know what happens? We said it, whenever Renee's about, someone's getting jumped. And he was chatting to Renee, and Sandow comes out of nowhere and he just gives it to Cody, man, backstage. So, you know, kind of free one. He kind of, you know, he's won the Money in the Bank, so just gonna have to see what happens. We saw segment 9, which was Daniel Bryan versus Kane. Now, not as good as this match wasn't as good as previous weeks, but still solid match. Jace, did you like the way the ending kind of countered? You know, choke slam into
another small package.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just the match didn't at all like bring in the past relationship between Bryan and Kane. Obviously, the commentators said a few things about it, but it was just a match between the two of them. Kane didn't seem as angry and aggressive as I'm used to seeing him, but I did like places. Yeah, I did like the small package finish, and just the way that it just kind of went from there. It was, and then it just says the next bit, it's just the Wyatts are mad.
Just before I got onto the Wyatts, Jace, is this now definitely the end of Team Hell or No, with Bryan going on to the main event and Kane going on to other things? Purely, was this the match that just signified that?
I think so, because if it wasn't for the fact that obviously Daniel Bryan's going down the whole, the title route, it would have been that when all this stuff happened, Bryan would have come back. But obviously he didn't. You know what I mean? He just went, and that just kind of shows as well that it's kind of not like severed the tie, but there's just nothing there. There was no need for Bryan to go back. He didn't want to go back, so he just didn't.
And they ended up fighting. E2J, with the Wyatt family, going on with Kane and taking him out and all of that stuff, telling Kane to follow the buzzards, Eric Rowan coming up with that sheep's face. Will Kane will this lead to Kane versus Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam?
I don't know yet. It could do. I think it would be good if it does. I'm still hoping that Kane joins them, man.
That's what I think.
I'm still hoping that he follows the buzzards. Like, that's what I want to do. Because, you know what I mean? Kane's, like, messed up. Do you know what I mean? He's always been that messed up character. I don't know if anyone saw the picture on WWE.com of, like, obviously Bray Wyatt, and then in the background it's, like, some old place with, like, some wooden beams, and, like, he's got, like, Kane's mask hung up on it.
Oh, is
it? I saw that, so that just makes you think, like, what are they going for? Are they just trying to fuck with Kane, or... The promo, man, this guy can talk. He was saying, like, be careful what you say, because obviously, like, you never know who might be listening. Like, obviously, Kane wanting to be, like, the devil, this, like, demon thing, and, like, be careful what you say, because, look, the real devil might come along, and obviously, he's too sick. It's amazing. It's got me glued to it. Like, I can't really comment at the moment. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm just watching it, enjoying it. It's just entertainment at its best. Yeah, you just need to let this unfold at its own pace, because I'm sure they're going to do it right, man. It's quality so far.
One thing I thought was mad is, like, were they in Texas again?
Yeah, they were again. They were.
Yeah.
The thing is,
this Raw was taped.
Obviously, being in Texas, Texans are, quite God-fearing people stereotypically. So I just found it quite ballsy of them to be talking about, like, the devil and stuff. You know?
Yeah,
I thought that was quite mad.
I mean, his promo work is just wicked. NXT this week, man, Wyatt's basically told the crowd, bye-bye, we're going on to better things, we're kind of leaving NXT. But his promo work was just wicked. He just had the crowd, and then he ended up singing "Time Is on My Side" at the end, even though WWE have told him to stop it. But he done it, because just saying bye to the NXT fans, kind of saying thank you in his weird heelish way. But more to come from the Wyatts, we just wait and see what happens. So segment 10 was Brie Bella. That's right, not BBB, not that one, not the Big Boo Bella. This is Brie Bella versus Natalya. Now, Natalya is getting screwed all the time, don't you think, E2J? She is by far one of the best technical women's wrestlers in the company, and she is getting shitted on.
Again, I didn't bother watching this, for
break.
that reason. Yeah, I'm a fan of Natalya, that's the thing, and she just ain't going nowhere within the Divas thing. Like this is actually obviously someone who can actually wrestle, psychology a lot. She could probably talk shit as well. I've seen if you just YouTube some of her matches, some on the Indies, some when she was she's been in WWE on Superstars and stuff, and she's had better matches on there. Do you know what I mean? She actually gets to do her moves and gets wins and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Divas, I just don't know at the moment. I hope obviously someone comes up and just stirs things up. I heard a rumor that Awesome Kong was coming back. That Karma was.
Oh my God! Listen, if she does, I will mark out so hard. Oh my God, that's what they need.
Well, imagine if she comes through with some NXT girls as well or something. Just some faction come through and just take out the whole WWE roster, because they got that Total Divas now. So they might have to band together and help each other out, whether that's possible. But
speaking of Total Divas, this is the next question, the $1 million question. Guys, did you watch it?
Nope.
Nah. I might have to check it though.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched it. Yeah, that's right, people. I watched it. I don't give a damn. I watched it. I'm still a man. I don't give a damn. But it was sick. I'm not even gonna lie. WWE reality TV, it was sick. It's weird because you get to see John Cena with Nikki Bella, and they're just they're together. It's just weird because you see them being real outside of the ring, and then you see Daniel Bryan being called Brian, Bryan Danielson. It's just weird. And then you see Natalya, and you see Tyson Kidd, and obviously they're getting married. You see Jim the Anvil Neidhart in there. You see obviously Cameron and Naomi, but they're called something different. They're called Tiffany and Irene because that's their real names. They use their real names. And Irene, who's obviously Cameron, her boyfriend Vincent's in it, and he was going in. My mum was backstage. I'm gonna fuck up Brodus Clay. I'm gonna fuck up Brodus Clay, because he was shouting at Cameron basically. He tore her a new one, and Vincent's like, no, I'm gonna fuck up this dude right now. I'm gonna fuck up this dude right now. And then you got Jey Uso, who is going out with Tiffany, who is obviously
Cameron.
What's her name? Naomi. He's going out with Naomi. You see him there, and he's he's standing there hey man, brother man, you kind of got to cut that out. And Vince is like, nah man, I'm gonna fuck that motherfucker, man. I'm gonna fuck him up. And it's just yo, dude, you're at your woman's workplace going on crazy backstage, and WWE would sack people for that kind of stuff. So all this kind of stuff backstage was happening, and then it was the first episode where they told them about the Tons of Funk and stuff not being on WrestleMania, and you just see the reactions and stuff, and it just makes you think whether some of it is scripted and some of it is real. But
how much of it can you tell is scripted? And
you
how
can
much
tell some of it is. The backstage stuff is all real. Backstage stuff is all real. The beef is all real. Some of it is just like for instance, okay, you got the new ones, JoJo and Eva Marie, okay? Now, in this episode, Eva Marie, she's a brunette, and they're saying to her, they want her to go blonde because she looks like one of the Bellas, okay?
Oh, this is the one with the dyed her hair red.
Yeah. Now, she's gone and to go and get her hair dyed blonde like they've asked her to, and she's gone and got it done red, okay? And she's gone and seen the talent relations woman, and she says that she likes it, even though she told her to do something else. Now, you're a new person, literally brand new, 3 months you've been in there, you come in, getting your hair did, you did it a different colour from what they tell you, your ass is getting fired, straight away. Your ass is getting fired. Now, that bit was fake, because there's no way she could do that and just come rolling up to her like it's no business with red hair, and you're not getting fired. Nah. You know what I mean?
She got the okay for that, I think.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, It's just, it is what it is. But could see parts of it is, their relationship stuff. No one would bring fakeness from their relationship onto TV. So the relationship parts are real. Some of the stuff when they're in WWE, like backstage and all that stuff, some of that stuff is scripted, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. And then some of it is real. So I say watch it. Just watch the first episode and then come back next week. That's your homework, guys. Watch the first episode, come back next week, and we talk about it, okay? All right, that's enough for Divas Talk. Segment 11. Curtis Axel, Intercontinental Champion, versus R-Truth in a non-title match. Now, Axel, for me, Jace, is boring, man. He's boring me, man. He's boring me. He's Michael McGillicuddy with a name change. That's it. What is your views on Curtis Axel? Do you like him?
I didn't understand why he was there. I didn't get it. Why?
He's there to build Punk and Brock, man.
That was the thing. It was like, he's put in this match as, champion. And he's fighting R-Truth. Non-title match. What's the point? And then, then obviously Punk came in halfway through. Did the match even finish between Axel and R-Truth?
The ref didn't say nothing. It just like disappeared again.
It's always just, nothing. E2J, do you think that, after obviously Punk's attack, do you think that he will actually get his hands on Heyman at some point?
Yeah, I think that's what they're teasing, because that's all this was, come out, and as soon as like Heyman opened his mouth, I can't knock Heyman for talking, but it's just getting stale now, because I was hoping he was going to build Axel, and he kind of did build Axel, but it was building Axel, but just using the storyline, obviously, like the Beast and the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? That whole angle that's going on, and then I wasn't surprised when Punk came out, and obviously was chasing Heyman. So that showdown, I think that showdown is bound to happen. Yeah, it's just a shame, like you said. I'm getting bored of Axel now as well, but everything he does in ring, and obviously if they just gave him a bit of creative storyline to go with, something else, because there's people that they can feud him with. Champion, for Christ's sake, man. So I don't know. I'm hoping for something better for Axel, but yeah, Punk's gonna get. I think he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna get the win over Lesnar yet, but he's gonna get Heyman at some point.
Okay. Well, will he be able to? Will he get him up and give him? GTS? Will they allow that, or will it just be something like he just gives him a slam or something dumb like that? Or will we see? Kind of a Mankind versus Undertaker, Paul Bear in the cage, will we see Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in the cage, first one gets the Heyman gets to either save him or fuck him up. Will we see that? You never know. Well, this goes on to the last segment, which was John Cena versus Ryback in a tables match. What did you think of the match, E2J?
To be honest, I thought it was a good match. I thought it was going to be over super quick, and there was going to be like a swerve in it. But yeah, I thought it was a good match. I thought it was decent, and I thought it was a good end to the show. Obviously, getting them out there was a few little spots and stuff that was quite creative. At no point did I think Ryback was going to win there. Ryback looked strong, but yeah, Cena got the win. And then obviously at the end, they had the bit of tension with Cena and Bryan, and then back to the WWE Universe with the Yes chant, teasing the popularity. So it did work. It worked to close the show, and I think it closed it. It was a decent close. I can't really knock it.
Mm-hmm. Jace, did anything specifically impress you with this match?
I loved, being British, we have our pantomimes. And when Ryback disappeared underneath the apron, it was like, he's behind you! And obviously, Cena got the spear, I just sort of sat in my chair and laughed. A few questions that were raised while I was watching it.
Okay.
When did Ryback join Team Rocket from Pokemon?
Prepare for trouble!
Make it double!
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse!
James!
Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light!
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Because I've been looking at the R on his arm, and I'm sure it's the same R as Team Rocket from Pokemon. So maybe there's a bit of a infringement there on the copyright. Mm-hmm. One thing I noticed is Cena kept pulling tables from under the ring, but there was 10 tables on the ramp.
It's
psychology, man. It's ring psychology.
And then
sometimes notice when they haven't got it.
It was weird, and I thought it was weird as well how like Ryback was like imitating Cena at one stage, because Cena obviously set up the table with the steps, and then like on the same side but a bit further down, Ryback then did the same thing, and then obviously after that they then both had steps, and when Cena held the steps, he looked confused as fuck. He stood there, look at this guy holding stairs, he's holding stairs, and it's like they didn't know what to do, so they just threw them at each other. Like that was so just yeah.
Oh my god. I hear what you're saying, definitely, because they were carrying on a bit weird. And sometimes you have to ask those questions. That's why we have Jason Ace Clarkson on, because he asks those questions. He looks for those things, people. Okay, guys, that's the end of Raw. Is there anything else that you kind of wanted to mention, because Raw, this was a taped Raw. WWE had a crazy schedule where they were taping 4 things in a week. So actually these results were posted on the dirt sheets last week. SmackDown, this week's SmackDown results as well was posted on the dirt sheets last week as well. So, did this feel like a taped show? Did this feel like a weird, no storyline kind of matches, like just put them 2 and 2 together kind of thing to please the fans?
I think you always get a few of these matches that are just happening because they're happening. It's almost like, look, Raw's in town. Yeah, we're going to go see this match. It's just like an exhibition match. Do you know what I mean? But they're not. There's not really any direction going there. There's a few of them. That's been getting to me a little bit lately because there's matches. That's time that I think you could be having matches to build something. So I don't know why they haven't got time to write storyline when they're spending all this money on these writers and stuff and changing people about backstage. So that's the only thing in general, not necessarily for this week, I think, as a whole. Yeah, you kind of could tell it was taped, and I thought that because it was taped, there's things they could have maybe made a bit better, but yeah, I can't complain overall.
Yeah, because sometimes that's just they got 4, right? They got 4 tapings to do in a week. Then they got to fly to South Africa. Half of them got to fly to South Africa. Half of them got to fly to China. They just got like madness going on. Half of them, it's just mad, just bare madness. But they got to fly to Australia as well, and in Australia, their gate receipts. They did have 80,000 in Sydney, and they gained 1.2 million in gate receipts. So that's why they're going abroad, people. People's paying them peas. Okay, guys, can I get your Raw ratings, please, Jace?
The thing is, the main event was really good, and there was a few, but I reckon overall I'd have to give it like a high 6, low 7. I enjoyed the week before a lot better than this week's.
Okay, I like that. E2J, your Raw rating, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a high 6 as well. I agree, 100%. It felt like it was lacking a bit. Even though it did, some of the matches obviously did progress. Like, do you know what I mean? Give you the next piece of the puzzle, and so do you know what I mean? You're ready to see what the next bit of the storyline is. Yeah, it just feel like it almost feels like it does lead on to something, but at the same time it like lacks a little bit. So yeah, 6. The wrestling was good, but yeah, 6.
Okay, 6. Okay, well, I'm gonna quote something from Enzo Amore from NXT. I thought Raw was SAWFT soft. It was soft. Okay, it was soft. Right. So now it's time for. Yeah, for all you guys who watch NXT, and you know what I'm talking about, Enzo Amore. I got to big him up, man. You know what? I got to big him up because this guy has come out of nowhere and he is just too funny. He's too sick. This dude from Long Island giving it the bada boom, bada bing. He comes out saying, bada boom, I'm the realest guy in the room. And then he comes out saying, 1 + 1 = 3.14. Time to eat your pie. And the whole crowd are just eating it up. They just, yeah. Watch out for Enzo Amore. He will get called up. He is that kind of funny guy. The next Santino Marella, but better. He's just, yeah, he's going places.
Bada boom! Realest guy in the room!
Right, so that was the end of Raw, guys. Now, we're coming to the next segment, which is E2J's highlight reel. So, as what I'm going to do, as always in the next couple of weeks for E2J, I'm going to ask you, E2J, who was the showstopper?
Oh man, right, this is hard, but I'm gonna give it to. It's hard to sweep, man, because no one really shone that much for me. like to be outstanding. Not even Bryan. Do you know what I mean? He did his job, but do you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have to give it to Ryback. I'm gonna have to give it to Ryback. He performed in the tables match at the end. It was a decent match, like I said. And you know what? Highlight of the night is that guy getting Humous slapped in his fucking ear and all over his face. So yeah, there you have it. Ryback, man, he's taken them both. I've got to do that. Yeah.
Okay, and the main event highlight of the night was the brother in the back getting slapped. You get the Humous slap. You get the Humous slap. Jeez. Okay, guys, that's the end of the Sunday Segue episode 19. Episode 20 next week. Little bit of a milestone. I'm not going to sing. I'm going to save that for episode 50. But yeah, have to say thanks to Jace the Ace Clarkson.
I'm here for one more week.
Training. Hey, you're going to be here for much more than that, because I'm saying that you, my friend, need to be more on the show, because you are sick and you need to listen, and you need, I'd say, like I said the other week, to you, or earlier in the week, spin-off show. But yeah, man, thanks again, for taking this on and
pleasure's all mine.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And don't you ever forget the human highlight reel himself, Mr. E2J and Jace.
Yeah, my pleasure as always. Got to vent the things we like and the things we don't like. On a Sunday, it's always good to vent those frustrations and to fucking get some jokes over it. Humous getting slapped in some poor dude's face. It's just too funny.
Oh, God. Okay, well, you know how I end, as always, in the words of, I know E2J's waiting to hear which one it is, but this time, it's in the words of Ravishing Rick Rude from SummerSlam 1990 versus Ultimate Warrior in a steel cage match at the beginning. Man, so, in the words of Ravishing Rick Rude, cut my music. I'm Ravishing Rick Rude, and you're not. And I want all of you fat, lazy Pennsylvania piss ants to sit down and watch me take off my robe and show all these women out there what a real man looks like. Now choke on that, slap nuts.